This is Taylor Sharp, and I'm a developer with TMS Software LLC in Dallas, Texas, and I'm here to give you a brief overview of the FileMaker Admin API app that we've created using the new Admin API app in FileMaker 18. So you will see here on the screen, this is the file as it opens up as an FMP12 file, and it opens up in full user access with the username admin and no password. You will obviously need to assign it a password before you can put it on a server and use it anywhere. A couple of pieces of information about it. It makes use of the base elements plugin from Goya. So if you're going to need full functionality out of this, there's some additional functions beyond the admin API that are included. If you have that plugin has to be installed on both the client, this FileMaker Pro Advanced, as well as the server, FileMaker Server, and it only works on FileMaker 18. It is not backwards compatible to 17. If we log in here with our web admin credentials, not the database credentials, the web admin credentials, this will take us to a dashboard here where we can see a number of things that we can get mostly from the web API that is accessible to the solutions now. You can click on databases here and see a list of all databases. You can toggle them off and on by clicking on them, such as if you wanted to turn something off, you can click on it and you can say close it, and you'll see the developed database is now closed, and you can click on it and turn it back on. On the database above, you can click on it and you can see who the clients are that are attached to it, as well as the extended privileges. And then lastly, you can click over here and you can run scripts on that particular database from here, and by giving it the specified information. And this is not a schedule script, it's an on-demand script, so it doesn't replace schedule scripts anyway. But if you wanted to be on the server to in essence run a schedule script or a perform script on server that you wanted to do on demand, you can do it from this admin console here. You can also click down here to open all databases or close all databases. Close all is a good best practice to do before you shut down the server. And we have some information about the different databases. If you look at each database, right under it you can see the size, as well as this icon here or this one here, which tells you whether or not the database is encrypted at rest on the server. So that'll just give you a bit of information there. We can go back here to our dashboard and we can click on the backups and schedules. This lists all backup and schedules that are available, and you can see a little script here for those that are schedule scripts, and you can see this 3 hard drive thing it's for backups. So this means this is a backup, and it can tell you about when the backups were run, and we can click over here to find out more information about them, or we can come back here up to the databases and we can see about scripts when they are run and things like that. You can run them on demand if you want also. Well, one other thing to particularly note about backups and schedules is FileMaker server comes with a scheduled script for all backups to do once per day for 7 days, and that is automatically always on, and it is not easy to turn off without going to the FMS admin command line to do it. So one thing that a lot of people want to do is turn that off because they want to customize their backup schedule instead of use the default one that FileMaker includes. You can do this by clicking here, and then you click this button. You can see it's now disabled, but you can enable or disable it, toggling it by clicking on that, and that will turn off and on those 7 daily backups that come by default on the FileMaker schedule server. So okay, coming back here to our dashboard, we can now click on clients, and when we get into clients, we can see what clients are connected, see some information about them, what version they're using, their username and their account name, not just like in the web admin console where you only see one. You can click on them individually to find out more information, like what databases they have open and what their privilege groups are. You could also disconnect them if you want to disconnect from the server. And you can come up here. You could also disconnect by clicking the button right here, the minus button, if you want to disconnect people. And if you want to send someone a message, you can click, which people you want to send a message to, and you can have multiple ones. Then you can send them the message down here by the ones that are, turned on. So you can send a whole bunch of them, or you can send it to everybody. Lastly, down at the bottom here, we can find out what connection types we have connected to the FileMaker server. So this tells you by type what are those counts. Back here we have on our dashboard the database server, some general information about security or stopping the server, or the WP engine. We've got some security configurations and things that you might want to do. The main thing you might want to use from here is to stop the server after you've closed all the clients out. And then you can come down here to the SSL CSR request. Some of you may remember in the old versions of the Web Admin Console, FileMaker would create a certificate signing request for your SSL authority, and they no longer does that. This tool will let you do this. So you click in here, you'll fill out your domain company information, and then you'll click on the Generate CSR, and when you come over here, here's your server key, and here is the CSR. The CSR is what you copy and paste if you go to the website of whoever the authority is that's issuing your certificate. This is the request that you will copy and paste into, for example, GoDaddy or Network Solutions or whoever you're going to, and then they will return the actual certificate and an intermediate that you usually download to your downloads folder. You can click this button here. It'll save the server key to the downloads folder. That way you have both the server key as well as the intermediate and certificates in your downloads folder for easy upload to the FileMaker Web Admin Console to add the SSL certificate to the server. You cannot do that in this tool. You actually have to go to the Web Admin Console to do the upload of the SSL certificate. Moving our way back to our dashboard here, we can find in some log metadata if you want, or you can also find out about particular log files here. So we have our access log files, event log files, data APIs, and schedule logs. And if you want to see particular ones, like here's our access log, I'll say how far back do we want to go. Say if I go back 24 hours, here's where it's showing me how many people all the people that have accessed the database in the last 24 hours. And it's a regular open thing that you can edit and change and find and sort and do whatever you want with, in case there are other purposes that you might want to make use of it. And you can also do updates of it if you want, but you can then go back here to our log file here, and we can find other log files. For example, here's our admin log file. So if we got 24 hours for our data API logs, this will tell you how many data API, posts, gets, deletes, things like that have been done to your admin API right here, and easily accessible to you to edit, manipulate as needed. So we've got several log files that are all refreshable, easy to see, unlike in the web admin where you have to actually download it and then open it with something and parse it out. This builds it all right for you, right in front of you as you want, so that you can see what all's going on, and it makes using the log files a lot easier. Anyway, in summary, this is a freeware tool that is released by TMS Software LLC. Our webpage is www.tms.us, and this software is encouraged to be used by the FileMaker community, further developed. It's released fully open access with full access, so that you can make any changes that you would like to it as you see fit, as well as give us some feedback on things that you might want to let us know about for future improvements. We look forward to your making good use of this and seeing you in the FileMaker community. Also, this was done in conjunction with the FileMaker FMPUG Dallas Chapter Users Group, www.fmpugdallas.com. Take care. Bye-bye.